Hi, I am Jaahanavi Khurana. I take care of learning and development vertical for Mamaearth. Mamaearth being one of the brands, the parent company being Honasa Consumer Limited. So multiple brands there, and of course for all the brands taking care of the learning and development vertical, which does involve leading with a lot of data insights, also taking care of the wellness initiatives for the entire organization. So quite exciting, and love to have new and more challenging problem statements in front of me. That's something that keeps me going. So yeah, that really inspired me, and something that helps me thrive is tough problem statements, and that's something that really challenges me, is something that keeps me going. And knowing that tech is going to be the future, knowing that tech has already disrupted the world in a way that a lot of jobs which were required by humans are all automated right now. So knowing that challenge, this is something that really inspired me to be part of a tech led firm, though we are in FMCG industry, but highly tech based, and helps me understand how this is going to disrupt our jobs and how we can be still agile and ensure that we keep up with the pace. So that's something excites me, and hence leading, being part of this organization is something that I made a choice, and I still feel it. I still learn every day. I learn something, and that keeps me going. I think thankfully I got that little early on in the career, that there is no alternate to hard work. If you are running a race and you are at second position, and so for example, you are running at the speed of 60, and the person who's ahead of you is running at the speed of 80. So what is the minimum speed that you need to catch up and win the race? So it's definitely more than 80. So if I continue doing the same amount of work that I'm doing right now, I will just be able to stay consistent and at least be there, if not fall down, at the position. But if I need to move ahead, from the place where I am right now, I need to put in that extra work beyond what I'm already doing. So I think this is the biggest learning I've had in my career, of putting in that extra hard work. Secondly, I realized that there will be all kind of years. So there will be years where you'll be working very hard, very very hard. You'll be part of certain very crucial projects, and nothing is forever. Nothing is, that if you think you're like, I spent 2 years traveling consistently more than 20 days in a week, and I used to get up in a different city, and I think it used to take certain time for me to even realize which city I'm in right now. So it was that kind of massive, crazy travel. And I thought, at that moment, I thought that this is going to be my forever thing, that this is how my journey is going to be. And that was just 2 years of the, entire career journey. But that time you can't see that when you are part of it. Now, when I look back, I was like, I was quite naive to think like that. So nothing is forever, and there will be years when you will be working very hard. There will be years when you will have probably a little relaxed, area of working. There'll be times when you'll be questioned. You will be questioned on your skills, your capability, maybe all of that you will be. But nothing is forever. Nothing stays forever. So just being in that moment, doing, like, be fully in that moment, and do your best in that. I think that is something I have realized. And definitely the third thing is that work is not everything, for sure. you know uh, the biggest mistake that I've done is letting someone undermine me and believing that. I think that is the biggest mistake that I have done, which is why I feel I'm still trying to cope up um, with that mistake, because that costed me 2 years. Because I was made to believe that this is whatever I'm getting in terms of my pay scale, this is the best I can have for that I'm for the work that I'm performing. and anything I am asking for is I'll be overpaid, So I'm not being underpaid is what I was given the picture, and I was made to believe that, and I think that was my biggest mistake, that I believed that I was not being underpaid when where the reality is that I was being underpaid, and while the person who I considered as my mentor, I thought isn't on my side and actually trying to help me grow, but was only, I think, using me because of whatever I was giving was in a very minimal, I think, cost to the company, and I was giving more. The cost to the company was very less, and that is something that I think was the biggest mistake and the bias that now I realize, I was going through at that time. And of course, I've grown out of it. Thankfully, I was able to step out of it. Um, but I think I could have done that earlier. And I, I think to all the women, don't let anything undermine you. And if you believe that there's a place where you will be valued more, be brutal enough to step out and have the courage enough, because you need to look out for yourself. I would say read a lot. Don't shy away from reading about multiple, career options and multiple knowledge inputs. So don't shy away from that, and I think make that a priority. As because being young, I think that's very important. There is and also filter what you're reading, because not everything would be meaningful. So take needed recommendations from people you look up to, so that you read the right things. Because I think that's very important. We are in an age where information is flowing through every place. There's a WhatsApp university. People learn so much from WhatsApp. So hence, really know what to read and take right recommendations from people. Um, Definitely, I think network is very, very important. So this is my sister has, I think I'm sure she's read it from somewhere or heard it from somewhere, but something that I remember is that your network is your net worth. So, network is very important. You're five people, or you're the average of five people you spend most time with, something that the research says. So be very, very watchful of who are those five people you are choosing, and those five people could be also ones like Indra Nooyi who are not physically present around you, or even Steve Jobs for that matter. Who are not physically around you, but you learn from their journeys, you read about them, you know their struggles well, you know how they pivoted, you know how they went, what were their habits, on a daily basis. You read about them, so you get really influenced by those people. So whoever you want to shape up as a person, so accordingly choose the five people you spend most time with, because you're going to be average of them. So I think we can't afford to just let that be by default. So a lot of things happen to us by default, but I think our future needs to be by design, and everything that we do is our choice.